We're back with another episode of Black in the Middle,
Middle class.
Middle of the map.
a podcast by three friends who seem to always find themselves stuck in between.
Black culture.
And white America.
If you're a believer that genuine conversations can be a first step to closing a divide, then you're in the right place.
The middle.
With us.
Let's go.
It's the week of, what is this, July 12th?
Something like that.
Yes, 7/12.
Cool.
7/12.
And this is the update. This is Tim.
It's Travis.
Herman.
What's up, guys?
How much, man?
Yeah, another week down.
It's been 7 days. Well, it's been 7 days since I've seen you.
Yes.
I've seen Herman at least 3 times this week. He was actually in the office working.
Yeah, I get a lot more done here than I can at home, which I'm sure you realized as well.
Right?
Aren't y'all fortunate?
Non-essential? Does that make us non-essential?
We're so non-essential.
You're essential to somebody.
Were you putting your hand up or no?
I didn't.
Cool. Well, this episode, we are hoping to post this on YouTube. We'll see how that goes, right? Technical difficulties here. Anyway, all right. So how was your week? Travis?
Week was good. Week was good overall. My homeboy, Patrick Mahomes, he's going to be in the town for the long haul. So
Yes,
that
sir.
was a great way to start the week. I think that was maybe Tuesday or something like that. So that's excellent news, man. I'm happy. I'm happy to finally prayers are answered after all these years of mediocre
Wow.
quarterback play.
Man, who'd have thought, man? Like, who would have thought $500 million in Kansas City? Just about anything. But
$500 million?
$500 million.
500 million?
And
Was
really,
that $50 million a year?
$50 million a year.
yeah.
What would you do with an extra 50? Just 50,000.
Well, I'll tell you 2 things I do. One, first thing I do is pay myself. And then when I go out to eat, I'm only tipping 18%.
15 to 20%.
Hey, pay for performance.
I'm the exact opposite. Everybody's getting
30% of Herman's 50
They would
go into the service industry.
they would change Herman's name to Weatherman because he would just make it rain at every meal possible.
Oh, man.
But if I get $50 million a year, that's life-changing money. And so I think about it and say, what happens if I get new money for me, which won't be no $50 million because my arm is very much so retired. It was tired before it was retired. But I think I would definitely look at investing it the right way. Of course, you'd put some aside so your future generations are going to be okay. But I would be asking a lot of questions about how to invest my money and how my money can make more money.
Yeah, but also you have to give a lot away. So I'm interested to see how his foundation grows or other
Yeah,
foundations.
we talked about that.
Yeah, I'm like, and like the taxes on that. Hey, man, that's a lot. So to shield some of that, it is better to give back to the community, and that's what those foundations and nonprofits are set up for. So I'm excited to see what is going to happen to sports around the metro in general, or AAU leagues, or how we can support the youth in our city. How he can
Right.
help the youth in our city through some of that money. Because at a certain level, money has no utility. So it's not like he's going to go buy $51 million houses, right?
Yeah.
So it's just
And keep in mind,
interesting.
and this is just the NFL Kansas City Chiefs money, right? Like we're not even getting into
He's got
the
like 20 plus sponsorship deals. He's on
Man,
every other radio commercial here.
Exactly. Exactly. When I was in LA, back in February, I was walking down Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills. And so I slipped into the Oakley store and there's Patrick Mahomes all over the Oakley store. And I'm like, somebody from Kansas City finally done make it. Like,
Right.
it's like crazy. And so it's like his money is going to be colossal. And yeah.
It's game changer.
So we get Whataburger now. Apparently, I think I saw something that he was going to bring Whataburger to Kansas City.
Hey, man. That's
Oh, he's a part of that?
Maybe. Well,
Yeah.
I think it was Hy-Vee that was. Oh,
He
yeah.
asked for it. He went on Twitter and said that he wanted a Whataburger in Kansas City.
And
Power.
Whataburger made it
And,
happen.
Power.
Yeah, somebody twinkled their nose or something because it's coming. It's like, I mean, that's one of the biggest things. I mean, the Super Bowl is big, but the Whataburger here would be also major too. I mean, not in the same bracket, but I'd be almost as appreciative.
Would you though?
No,
You've been eating a lot of salads lately.
I have been.
You're looking slim, bruh.
Thank you. I had to put my foot in the ground and just make some changes. Like I just didn't feel like myself.
Yeah.
COVID was taking its toll. I was gaining weight. I was sitting still, and shout out to my friends who made the change earlier. Running 2 miles a day, posting it on the thread. So I would look at it first and be like, I ain't doing that. And then finally, I just got on board, and I tell you, I feel good, and I feel I don't run through my neighborhood. I'm not a mod. Like I go to the track, and it helps me with a couple of things. One, I know I'm safe. Two, I know I can count. I know exactly what I've done. I'm like, okay, 8 times around this track is 2 miles. Like I know that, and so it helps me kind of process. And then I can also kind of interval and feel good about it. Like I know that I've ran hard for 100 meters, and then whatever. But I still miss Whataburger though, and I still would be all here for a Whataburger if it was here. I just have to learn how to do it in moderation.
Now, there was a Whataburger in Tallahassee, and I was there for many number of years. I went there once. I'm just not a Whataburger fan.
Really?
Sorry.
And maybe it's because I don't have
No
access.
disrespect.
It's maybe because I don't have access. But anytime I'm in Texas or anywhere south of the Mason-Dixie, I try to find it.
Oh, that's funny.
So, Herm, what's new in your life, man?
Not
How are
much.
your house guests?
Yeah, so they've been quiet. So I'm assuming they're dead and gone, which also is concerning because I'm like, oh, what is it? Dead mice behind the wall. That's not
Ew.
appealing. But apparently, whatever stuff, bait that this guy said, he was like, it dries them out so they won't stink. But I'm like, it's still kind of,
Pretty gruesome.
yeah. I'm like, okay. Yeah, no. So no more critters.
Good.
And everything else has just been kind of normal. I think COVID, right? I tried to balance like what is real versus not. Like, so I hear a lot of people fighting about masks, no masks. But the one thing is absolute that it is still here, and I still want it to go away. Nobody has any answers, and it's like, is this worse or better? Like how I feel about it has a lot to do with social media, and I'm like, the conversations are exhausting. So I'm like, am I tired of COVID, or am I tired of hearing about people talk about COVID? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Answer is yes.
Right.
Exactly. Well, my week was pretty stressful. I have 4 out of 9 employees on vacation. Don't know how that happened because I approved vacation. Sleep at the wheel. But my right hand is back from maternity leave. She came back Tuesday. She's slowly getting back into the swing of things. So I'm excited to just, have some extra resources so we can take this company to the next level. So look out for that. I don't know. Other than that, we're still trying to buy this house.
Oh yeah. How's that going?
It's going. Things are difficult to get approved, or like you get, like the pre-approval, whatever. Like that's easy based on your income and your credit score. But then when they start doing the due diligence, like, oh, you're self-employed,
right?
Oh, that's a whole other application and a whole different process. So that's been a roller coaster, but we should be good. We'll see.
Yeah,
I believe in you.
I believe in you
Appreciate
too, but you think that they'd make it easier, right?
Well, it's like if you're, if you have a business, then you try to write off as much as you can so you don't show a huge profit to pay these huge taxes.
Yep.
But if you have a loss in your business and your tax returns, then the banks are like,
Yeah.
Which is weird because people do that all the time and have no problem getting money.
Right. But, they're probably at a different level than I am.
Yeah, but still,
I'll be there. I'll let you know. I'll let you know when I get there.
Good.
Let's see, what else? Black Twitter was buzzing.
Black Twitter was on
week.
fire.
And
in Waco. Yeah. It
The
was
entanglement.
entanglement. shout out to Jada for the wordsmithing of that. Like she really tried to be slick, and she said a whole lot without saying nothing at the same time.
Nothing at all.
So, but that's about as far as the shout out goes. Is the entanglement because I'm Team Will. I'm Team Willie from Philly, and
Can you give me just like a quick rundown? I did not engage.
well,
Well, I know.
All the social media you be doing,
I know, but I just for
you be on
whatever.
white Twitter.
I don't
Is that a
be on
thing?
any Twitter.
Just Twitter.
just
I just
so
stay out of relationship. Like
I feel you, and generally I'm in the same boat. But this is what happened. August Alsina, a singer who's struggled of recent with his album sales, decided that he would expose the fact that he had an affair with Jada Pinkett Smith. And so he decided to go out and do that a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, something like that. Either way, it was a week after his album came out. Nobody listened to that. So he goes on the record and says this. And then, of course, Twitter comes for him, and the Smiths don't say anything, although there's statements released on their behalf. And so then, Jada Pinkett Smith has her red table talk where she dives into everybody's business and tries to tell them about them.
right.
And has this great persona of having a great marriage and, being a great wife and mother and et cetera, et cetera. She decides that she's going to bring herself to the table because there's some healing that needs to be done. So she brings herself to the table, but she also brings one of the greatest superheroes we ever had, Will Smith, her husband, to the table with her. And that's where she decided to discuss the trials and tribulations of her relationship with Will and her relationship with August Alsina.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's
the backstory.
And now on social media, you've got two sides. Basically, everyone feels bad for Will. I think I put a couple memes in the click thread because he was out there in the open talking about this, about, August smashing his wife, right? And I think one of the messages was Will gave permission. And so Jada had to push back on that and was like, only I can give permission for people to smash.
Yes.
Essentially. So that was the thing. And
which is true.
But I thought that they had like an open marriage for a while, or at least that was like a.
I think
that was common knowledge, right?
Yeah, I think that was rumored. Based on how Will looked and based on what I heard,
he was hurt.
I don't think that was the case. And what he said was, I was done with you. I was done with you.
Well, yeah, they were done at this point.
Right.
And then she went off and did that.
Great point of clarification. Yeah. He was done with her, and they were separated or going to be potentially divorced. And then she got into an entanglement with August Alsina, who was brought to the family by her son, Jaden Smith.
Oh shit, that doesn't play well.
That is all bad, real bad, Michael Jackson bad.
Mm-mm.
So then they have a relationship that lasts for a period of time. Jada, according to herself, decides that she wants to, she's figuring out her life and how to be happy and realize that wasn't it and that she wants to get back with Will. And when she talks to August about that, August breaks off all communications. And so the entanglement is no longer tangled.
How'd Will take that?
Apparently, Will had dealt with it years ago when it happened. And they forged a new path. And
so we good now?
Yeah. And so they were working and past it. And then it comes up like this.
Right.
Yeah.
So, in my perspective, honestly, is that, grown folks' business is grown folks' business.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that happen in a relationship, good, bad, and indifferent. And it's not really my business what people do. So I'm not really attracted to seeing that or being a part of it. And if there was something going on where Jada felt like she needed to get fulfillment elsewhere, that's her business.
Yeah.
For August to bring it up as a publicity ploy is a bit difficult to understand and not really respectable, and doesn't make me want to go listen to his album at all.
Right.
But I do feel bad for Will, because based on the expressions on Will's face, he was hurt by it. He was hurt by August. He thought that August was a family friend, and so it definitely seemed to take a toll on them, and I think that was unfortunate.
Yeah, that's probably why I stayed away. Like I kind of knew a little bit, but just the whole thing seemed like that's not going to be a good situation for anybody.
I think you left out one detail.
Bad.
It was about butt sex, right?
Oh,
What?
Oh,
Like she took it.
Whoa,
I did not.
whoa,
Yeah, man, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
Y'all can fact check that, but
whoa.
that's why he would. Now you see why he looked like that.
Oh.
Anyway,
Oh boy. Yeah.
Ouch.
No.
Well, ouch emotionally.
I
physically,
failed to deduce that, but I would say that
Shit.
from all of the words that were used in the post I saw, that's what I was thinking. What happened? I could be wrong. Anyway, moral of the story is, if you take anything from this, as you
Or don't.
I know I saw a post on Instagram. I think I shared with you guys like 5 lessons entrepreneurs can learn from this. Like have an NDA, non-disclosure, have a non-compete. Yeah. So anyway, but grown folks' business is grown folks' business. It's a cold world out there.
There's a lot of business to have out there.
Take ownership in your mistakes, and that's what Jada did.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
Does she feel like it was a mistake, or she just?
she tried to spin it like it wasn't a mistake.
yeah.
Like it helped her uncover things about herself that would make her, which has helped her be the person she is today, which is happier than she's ever been.
Sometimes you got to go through pain to grow, I guess.
I hate you.
Oh,
All right, that's enough about the love triangle, the entanglement. I'm sure there's going to be a part 2
Oh God.
oh boy.
to this saga. But did you guys watch anything good this week? I told you guys, wifey and I watched the first episode of Black AF. It was over the top. It was funny though. Like I get his humor, and it's cool to see. Like I know the family they're all actors,
Right.
but he's the actual producer and writer behind all of those shows, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. No. It's funny because a lot of black folks hated it, but I enjoyed it. I just,
They're like black in the middle, folks like it.
Well,
maybe.
yeah, I watched it, and perhaps I need to go back and give it another shot. But I watched it a couple months ago, and I just wasn't.
The first episode was like super pretentious, just over the top.
Yeah.
Like he's a sensitive thug who needs a hug, talking about his chain and his jumpsuits. But there was some pretty funny stuff.
Yeah,
though.
the point in his stuff was like, how we try to put on to be accepted.
Yeah.
It's costly,
Yeah. Anyway, the first episode, we got into it. We'll see if we watch it again. That's the telltale sign. We start a whole bunch of series, but then which ones do you actually continue? Which ones do you have to end up watching by yourself? Because life is just not into it.
No, I got a couple things I want to watch, and I need to get to it. 5 Bloods is one, and 13.
I started 5 Bloods. Meh. The 13th is awesome. I just watched a new movie last night on Netflix, The Old Guard. Y'all seen that pop in the queue?
Yes,
with Charlize Theron or whatever. I had no idea what I was in for. It was dope. Fight scenes and supernatural and everything.
Okay. Check that out.
Definitely.
Maybe.
Check outable.
I just I started this one super late, which was Ozark.
Yep.
Seriously?
Yeah, super late to the
This
party.
has been a great episode.
I just saw Casino.
No, so the point of the story is I'm now ready for season 3. Like I'm caught up. So
okay.
So
man, it is legit.
Ozark is dope.
Oh man.
Yeah, I didn't start it until a couple of months ago, but now I'm caught up and I'm ready for season 3.
Minus the part whenever they show it, I always think about the fact that it's filmed in Atlanta.
Oh, I know.
In Georgia.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
I ruined the whole thing for you, didn't I?
Yes. I mean, I've been to Ozark many times, but
like that code looks familiar.
Yeah.
I don't know which
Shouldn't.
parts are filmed. Like maybe they did the lakes part in the Ozarks, but the rest of it's filmed in Georgia.
Yeah,
Probably.
that's because well, I know Louisiana and probably there too. They give tax breaks.
Yeah.
Which-
Oh yeah,
yeah,
Georgia's
so-
huge. Yeah. But Kansas City is working on that actually. Well, we just took a big tax cut. Hey, let's not talk about that. Yeah. But it's cool to watch that show, and they talk about like going up to Kansas City,
Mhm.
Yeah.
like the mob,
Oh,
Yep.
because that's all real.
Our hometown comes up once later on.
All right.
Lee Summit?
Yeah,
I've seen every episode.
then you weren't listening. They were doing a deal where he comes up here. Well, to Summit.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Holler at me. So, nah, I'm looking forward to season 3. So I'm probably going to knock that out over the next couple weeks.
You know it's not in Ozark?
What's
Black
that?
people.
It's not.
That makes sense. Have you been down to the Ozarks?
I usually don't watch. I usually have a one black person minimum for any
Yeah.
shows that I watch.
And I'm glad you brought that up because I was
I'm just ruining this all for you.
Well,
It doesn't get any darker.
Well, I was watching Ozark, and it was episode 9 or 10, and they lady, oh boy, spoiler alert.
Oh, there is a black dude.
Yeah, he's a
The
drug dealer.
boyfriend. Nah, the boyfriend of the FBI dude. The
Oh,
bald-
yeah,
bald
yeah,
dude.
yeah. There's
Yeah.
him. He's in
So
it.
there's a gay black guy in
Yeah.
there, so that's cool.
Yeah,
Super
forgot
diverse.
about
They
that.
knocked that out.
yeah.
There's one cast.
You're like, got it.
Yeah. Check
Quote
2
him.
boxes. Check 2 boxes.
Yep.
You said it was a drug dealer?
Yeah, it was a drug dealer, right? So, what's his name? The family. Oh, it's escaping right. The Snells. You know the Snells.
Oh yeah.
When they sabotaged the dope, which caused old girl to get sick,
Oh yeah.
and they start tracing it back, and they had the dope dealer who was trying.
Oh, that's
Who was
right.
trying to take the
That's
spread on
right.
me?
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
like, this is stereotypical as hell. Like the only black person in here has got to be the dope dealer.
Got to. Or he's a gay black man
Mm.
from Atlanta.
Mm.
All right. Anybody have anything else to share on the update before we sign off?
Oh, looking forward to the upcoming week, I guess.
Right. I'm like, I hope this week is much more eventful. Well, eventful in a good way.
In a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Corona's getting worse, unfortunately. They're trying to figure out what's going on with schools, talking about giving people choices
Right. It's
online,
all-
offline.
All depressing. It is all
Yeah.
depressing.
Yeah. I was talking to the homie the other day, and he said that he's going to keep his kids at home because he can work from home. So he's just going to do that. And I said, more power to you. You got 2 of them who don't follow instructions all that well to begin with. I don't know how you're going to do that, but it also heard in, I think, Blue Springs that their masks are optional for the kids. And that took me by surprise as well. So I happen to be friends with an educator out there
Yeah.
in Blue Springs.
Just
And
put on the mask.
Dude.
and she was telling me about that the other day, and I said that's crazy. So they don't feel safe walking into the classroom, and quite frankly, I don't blame them,
Right.
because there's a lot of reckless individuals in this world, and it trickles down to the kids.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah.
you're just
Or it trickles up from the kids. There's
That's-
college students having COVID parties.
Dude, I just thought there was
See who gets it.
a chick went to 130. She died. So it's just like, man,
So
like,
she's dead.
yeah, like it's regardless
Jeez,
of how you
crazy.
feel, like, like we pulled, I pulled our son out of summer camp when,
Oh, you
like,
did?
yeah. And then you look at some camps and it's like, I don't know, South Missouri, Kennecott church camp, 82 test positive for coronavirus.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm like, dude, that's,
But then you look at our kids' daycare, and they've been going. They haven't missed a day, and 0 cases since February.
yeah.
now
And
cases are going up, but deaths are going down, right? Is that correct?
Well, so
I haven't been watching the deaths that closely.
it looks like that. So this is my thing, right? A few weeks back, they were like, hey, things are starting to spike. So that's why I was like, we immediately to pull him out. And
Oh,
then we'll
okay.
see what happens in about 2.5 weeks, because it's taking about that time
Yeah.
for people to, whatever. But I'm like, there's so many variables. Like, I get people like, hey, man, this is nothing. Like, everybody's fine, right? Like, I'm like, well, no. Like, you should at least be cautious. And if people are telling you to wear a mask, just wear the mask. Like, nah, man, I'm
it's
too
such
free
an
for that.
easy
I'm too free.
solution.
Take my freedoms. I'm like,
It's so crazy.
dude, I'm like, it's not like it's a Bane mask where like it's locked to
It's
your.
sad, man. It's really sad just to see how people are so entitled.
Interesting entitlements.
That was TBD on that one.
It's true though. People feel like, hey man, I pay my taxes. I get to do whatever I want. The Constitution doesn't tell me I have to wear a mask. And I'm like, it doesn't. It doesn't. But for your fellow man, maybe just put it on. Maybe. I don't know. I'm like, shit, I like being 6 feet away from people for the most part. And I'm like, I don't want any illness. I'll wear a mask all the time.
It's so simple. The right thing to do is the distance, and if you're not going to distance, wear a mask or do both. You know, and people are just, they think that's a conspiracy.
The government's first step to implanting a chip in your head to track you, as if we can't already be tracked at all times.
Most of the people who are vehement,
Chips in our pocket.
Most of the people who are vehement, they support our government, don't they? Yeah, I think they do.
Tune in next time for another episode. Oh man, yeah.
Well, people got some big choices to make over the next month with what to do with your little babies.
Yeah, it's real talk.
Because time it's coming quick. You know, August to be here,
dude, so quick. And that's the thing. They're your little babies.
August.
Oh man, ouch.
Yeah. See what you did there.
Yeah.
Oh
God. Yeah. It'll come up behind you real quick.
Oh man. Anyway,
August is on you.
Oh man, that's just wrong. That's wrong. But
man,
I just want to advise people to think about your little lovely children and how much you fight to make sure that they're happy, healthy, and safe.
A good message, Herm.
Yep. That's all we can do.
All right. That's a good one. Till next time.